Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Gamer Chief back with another video. Today's video is a game haul video. It's a massive, or a pretty big size game haul video. Been getting games in the last 3 to 4 weeks, but I wanted to go ahead and do my collection videos to show you all my full collections of everything. So it's kind of put me behind a little bit on my hauls here, so I got quite a bit to show you. I got games for the original Xbox and the Xbox 360, and I also got a few for the PS3. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do the PS3s first. Again, when I collect for the PS3, it's just exclusives only. All the third-party games and exclusive games will go to Xbox 360. But I just pick up the exclusives for the PS3. So this one is The Lord of the Rings, Aragon's Quest. And all of these games should be complete. The Last of Us, this is the original copy for the PS3. I know this game has been remastered quite a bit. But it is complete. And Gran Turismo 5. Okay, now we're getting into the original Xbox. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. And Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within. Justice League Heroes. Most all of these games, when I shop around, I get for really good prices. Usually Aluki Games. Most of their stuff is really cheap, so I tend to buy from there. And then of course Macari, you always find good deals on Macari as well. This is Enclave. Warpath. I had to change the case out on this. This case was kind of ugly looking when I got it, so it's got a brand new case. This is a arcade racing series I absolutely love, and it's the Burnout series, the original Burnout game. Love this series, man. Racing and destruction at the same time. Burnout 3 Takedown. Still need to get Burnout 2. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. I love these type of games. When they have multiple games, it gives you a variety to play. That way you don't have to change the disc out all the time. This one was an exclusive to the Xbox at the time, Rally Sport Challenge. Back in this generation, had a lot of good arcade racers. Project Gotham Racing, Rally Sport Challenge, Blitz the League, really fun football game to play. Dark Watch. Gladiator, Sword of Vengeance. I'm a huge Sylvester Stallone fan. I like the Rambo series and the Rocky series, so of course I had to pick up the game. Rocky Legends. Here's one I thought that was cool. Back in the day was Rogue Ops. And what's pretty unique about this is that you use voice commands to select weapons, as it says there on the bottom. And you use the headset that either comes with the Xbox back in the day, or it's an accessory you have to buy separately, but you use the headset to, you know, switch weapons, which I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Game comes with the map. That's pretty neat. PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy. Spyro, A Hero's Tale. You watched my previous video when I did the unboxings of the Marvel statues. I included this game, which was The Punisher. I've been looking for this game for quite some time. It's been somewhat pricey, but I got it for a really good deal. So finally adding this to the OG Xbox collection. Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Destruction. Gauntlet, Seven Sorrows. Man, I remember playing Gauntlet back in the day in the arcade. I had that big old arcade machine that had 4 players. Was it 4 or more? I can't remember. I think it was just 4, but man, that game was fun. I dumped a lot of quarters into that game back in the day. Castlevania, Curse of Darkness. This game was a little steep in price. I think it was like 30 bucks, but here's one that is basically, it's really not hard to find, but it is expensive. But I had to pick it up because, you know, I'm very fond of Xbox. And this is Arcane Studios' very first game. And it's Arx Fatalis. Enter a world of darkness like no other. I had to have this game, man. Add it to my collection. And it is a little bit on the pricey side, but I went ahead and splurged on this bad boy. Glad to have it in the collection. Grand Theft Auto 3. Does it come with a map? Oh, it does. Nice, it does come with a map. So I actually have Grand Theft Auto Vice City. That's the other part of the box collection. Driver 3. Narc. I remember playing Narc on the original NES back in the day. That was a really fun game to play, especially when you're playing 2 players. It's even better with 2 players, but I haven't played I guess this is a newer version of it, but I've never played this one before. I have to check it out. Atari Anthology. Again, I like these type of games where you get multiple games on one disc. Let's see, I think this one has 18 classic arcade games, including Asteroids, Battlezone, Centipede, Missile Command, Tempest, and more. 67 Atari 2600 games included, including Gravitar, Millipede, Super Breakout, Video Pinball, Yar's Revenge, and Warlords. That's it's actually a good deal, man. I think I picked this game up for like $8 or $9, but it's a good value because it has all those games and it keeps you, entertained for quite some time. So, again, you don't have to swap out the discs. You can just sit back and relax and play those type of games. Midway Arcade Treasures 2. I do own the first one. So this one has a good set of games on it. Mortal Kombat 2, 3, Gauntlet 2, Spy Hunter, Xbox, Narc, APB, Cyberball 2072, Timber, Total Carnage, Pit Fighter, Wizards of War, Xenophobe, Primal Rage, Arc Rivals, Rampage World Tour, Cosmic Cruiser, Championship Sprint, Hard Driving, and Wacko. Glad to have this in my collection. All those great games back in the day, and I think this one was if I'm not mistaken, was the OG Narc that was on the NES. So, Tecmo Classics Arcade. Again, another good value there. Has 11 games. Tecmo Bowl, Rygar, Star Force, Solomon's Key. I think it's Pleiades, Senjo, Pinball Action, Stratofighter, Swimmer, Bomb Jack, and Tecmo Cup. So, mainly got this one for Rygar and Tecmo Bowl. So, .007 Nightfire. Amped Freestyle Snowboarding. I think that concludes my, I think, because I have Amp 2 as well. And the last one for OG collection is 007 Everything or Nothing. Okay. So now we're on to the Xbox 360. The Amazing Spider-Man, which these Spider-Man, I think I got this one for $20, but these Spider-Man games, they're no joke, man. They're expensive, very expensive. I think the Amazing Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 may be the cheapest out of the bunch, just depending on where you're buying it from. But I know the Spider-Man games are extremely expensive. Limited edition of Darkness 2. I have the original Darkness for the 360, so that concludes that series. Remember, I told you when I did my Xbox 360 video, if you watched, I had a very bad copy of Section 8 because the artwork was really damaged. So I went ahead and picked up another copy. It's like $7. So really good manual. It's in really great condition. So I wanted to, get another copy just so that my collection looks really good. And I didn't want any games that kind of looked really bad in my collection. But I threw it in the trade pile, so it won't go to total loss. This is a game I picked up brand new. the Zone of Enders HD collection. It also comes with the demo of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. And this was brand new. Got it for $20. There's the Zone of Enders game, a full-fledged demo disc of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Never played a Zone of Enders game. This next game is Hunted Demon's Forge, and it is this game is developed by In Exile Studios, which is now under Xbox, and of course published by Bethesda. This is a third-person hack and slash linear game. You play as two characters, a female elf and a human warrior slash barbarian slash fighter. They both use the same weapons, shield and sword. She uses the bow and arrow. They have different abilities. It's a really fun game. I'm about 30 minutes into it, and it's pretty good so far. Really liking this game, but I had to pick it up because it's developed by In Exile. I heard it was pretty good, so enjoying it so far. This is Vampire Reign. This game didn't do very well when it first came out, but it's kind of like a covert operations type game, doing it at night and in the rain and killing vampires, and the protagonist is this I guess it's this Metal Gear, what is his name? Solid Snake looking guy. That's the only way I can describe him. But this game didn't do so hot back when it released, but I thought, why not? Got it for a good price. Transformers Dark of the Moon. Transformers games are really expensive as well. Binary Domain. Quantum Theory. Here's one that everybody's, a version of it is the most sought after. This is Naughty Bear by 505 Games. This was the original release copy, and that's what I was looking for. Most people are looking for the Naughty Bear Ultimate Edition, which comes with all the DLC, and that's what the most sought after version of the game. This one's pretty pricey too. I think I picked this one up for like 19 bucks. Here's one I'm happy to own on my Xbox 360 collection, exclusive to the console itself. Is Cameo Elements of Power. And that's a really good condition game. Very mint. Glad to have that in my collection. Another Xbox 360 exclusive, Infinite Undiscovery by Square Enix. Again, in really great condition. 2-disc game. Call of Juarez, Bound in Blood. Remember Me. I don't think this game came with a manual. Some of these newer generation Xbox 360 titles really didn't come with manuals. Some of them didn't. And the Two Worlds. So that concludes that collection. I have both of these games now, Two Worlds and Two Worlds 2. So Titanfall, really good multiplayer game online. Don't do much of that these days. Here's a good series. Kane and Lynch, Dead Men. Kane and Lynch 2, Dog Days. Here's a series of games that I already have. I've got the Legendary Edition and of course the 3 games in 1 collection. This is the Mass Effect series, Mass Effect 1. And the reason I picked this one up is because the standalone first game was only on the Xbox 360. This was not released physically on the PS3 or PS4 or any other console. You know, unless you buy the Mass Effect collection or the Legendary Edition of the game is the only way you'll get this game bundled. But singly, for just as a single standalone game, you'll only find this on Xbox 360. And of course, Mass Effect 2. These games were extremely cheap. I think it was less than $3 for each game. So, Mass Effect 3. Here's another Xbox 360 exclusive. Glad to have in my collection is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Pretty good looking copy. Alice, Madness Returns. You know, they say they, you know, what is it, the FOMO, I guess we'll call it, fear of missing out. Saying that that's real. Man, if you just shop around, you'll find some really good deals. These games, you know, depending on where you buy from, some of them are, you know, some places are driving prices up, but if you find them like on eBay or Mercari, you can get them for really good deals. Here's one that another Xbox 360 exclusive is Bullet Witch. This is a really great copy. It comes with the poster included. So there you have the manual. There's the poster back there and the disc. It's in really great condition. So I think the only thing that's wrong is the case. I looked at the artwork. The artwork is not affected. So this is actually a mint condition copy of Bullet Witch, which that's cool. Here's a From Software game, Ninja Blade. So if you like Ninja Gaiden style games, this will be right up your alley. Really fun action game, hack and slash, pretty cool. Lollipop Chainsaw, fun little game. This game is also kind of expensive too. And Konami Classics Volume 1. I don't know if it just comes with these 3 games, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Frogger, and Super Contra. I'm not really sure. I haven't played this game yet, so. Here's one that's going up in price. So, you know, it's an expensive game. It's N32 99 Nights. The original game was exclusive. The first game was exclusive to the 360. This one I think is a multi-platform on the PS3 as well. But that concludes that series. And this is, I played the first one, haven't got around to playing this one yet. And we're down to the final stack. Star Trek Legacy, again published by Bethesda Softworks and ZeniMax Media Company. Who was it? Developed by Mad Doc Software. I played this back on the PC a long time ago. I finally got a 360 port. So I got a couple Star Trek games in my 360 collection now. Fuse. This is developed by Insomniac Games. So as we know, Insomniac Games is now part of Sony. They're the ones that bring you the Spider-Man games. They did do the Xbox One exclusive, the Sunset Overdrive, which is a really fantastic action game. Really fun in my opinion. This is a Black Site Area 51. And I do have the original Area 51 for the original Xbox. Renaissance of Fate. They say this one's expensive, but I don't see how. I picked this one up for like $19 on Macari. So some of these games, man, they're getting up there in price. Now this next game is, I wouldn't say it's hard to find, but it's expensive. Splatterhouse. And the reason why everybody's looking for this game is because apparently either when you complete the game, it unlocks the original 3 Splatterhouse games. And the original Splatterhouse game was introduced on the TurboGrafx 16 way back in the day. But this, you know, love the Splatterhouse series. Skate. So I do have Skate 3, I just need Skate 2. I think Skate 2 is the most expensive out of the series, but 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Devil May Cry 4, which now the manual is kind of the pits, but I do now have all of the Devil May Cry games in my collection, whether it be on the 360, Xbox, or Xbox One. Transformers the game. So now I have all 3 of the movie-based Transformer games. And again, these Transformer games, like the Fall of Cybertron, and I think there's another one that are expensive. I'm a fan of The Walking Dead, so I picked up The Walking Dead Survival Instincts. This is a first-person shooter game where you are Daryl Dixon and Merle Dixon, the 2 brothers. And I played The Walking Dead Destinies, but I've seen some gameplay of this one and wanted to check it out since I am a Walking Dead fan. Saints Row the Third, which I have the remastered version on the Xbox One. And Saints Row 4. And I think the only game I'm missing out of this whole series is Gat Out of Hell. So I can probably pick that one up on Macari for like $5 or $6. Diablo 3, original release. And I own this one including its expansion on the Xbox One. And the last game in this haul is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. The original copy, well, it's not the original copy, but it's the Platinum Hits. But it's the original game on the Xbox 360. And I do have the other 2 versions, the Special Edition and the 10th Anniversary Edition on the Xbox One. So I wanted to get the original version, or just the standalone game for the Xbox 360. Might try to replace the case. I'm not a big fan of these gray cases. I'd rather have a see-through green case because it kind of matches the Xbox colors. So I might change the case on that. So yeah, this has been my big game haul video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.